Well, good day to you wherever you are. You join us on a day where the weather the game is underway, and certainly by the time of the second half. The crowd, though, are here, and they are in good form. There's a right old cacophony going on. The atmosphere is terrific, and kick-off is moments away. We are in this super stadium for a super club, truly one of the iconic buildings of 21st century sport, the Allianz Arena. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes...
Has a pop! And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Receives it from behind. Gets it into the middle. Cleared without complication. Tries to get it forward quickly. Cuts it out. Mainz really have been poor on the road. Not a win so far. And here's the chance to counter. It's come loose. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Mainz have a free kick.
Is it for him, Peter?
And he's there to hoof it away. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Shapes to shoot! And they've been caught out here. Great leap! And he's done it! An absolute gem of a cross. It made the header simple.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Surprise, surprise, he just keeps on delivering, and listen, we all expect that.
Played out to the right. He's gone for it! To meet it, it's in! It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked a scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
Mainz grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Now it's Kane. More than happy to take the muscular approach. And now the breakaway. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Out to the left it goes. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Tries to switch the play. And it's Guerrero. Knocks it away. And he heaves it forward. And it's been taken straight back. Guerrero into the box. And that has been clubbed away. For goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, on another occasion, all that went wrong may come right.
And here's Kane. Oh, surely! Hits one! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, it was just some wayward passing that let the opposition in then, and I have to say...
Hoists it forward. Guerrero. Decent looking ball. Could move up a gear here. And he's surging through. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. And here's Kane. Has a hit! Oh, taken with style! And again they hit the front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Looks to bypass the midfield. And it's played forward. Tries to get it clear. Now a chance to break. And here's Kane. Swept in. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Pings it out wide. Guerrero plays it in. There's the end of the first half. So a really good half of football. 3 goals and just one separating them.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. And that's put paid to a promising move. Kane, can he deliver? Gets into some space. And that's a goal kick. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Brings it forward. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Mainz were quick to defend their manager in the wake of criticisms levelled at him in recent days.
I think it was quite fair, the criticism he received. He was blind to an obvious problem, and he was far too slow in reacting to it. He was never going to get away with that.
Forward it goes. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. And here's Kane. Out towards the flank. Guerrero turns and goes back. Hits one! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Well, it's a safety in numbers approach to defending here.
Yeah, but dropping deep can bring more trouble, yeah? Well, shots from distance and spec...
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And that's been levered clear. Fernandez. Now the cross.
Mainz showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
Guerrero. Oh, he's in! He's in space and looking for options. And he just whacks it away. Out to the right, back into the middle. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Gets it upfield. Over to the left. Fernandez. Looking to break out here. And here's Kane. Has a pop! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Tries to get it clear. Hoists it forward. A real chance to break.
Mainz are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
Time is ebbing away, but it feels like an eternity when you're holding on to a slender lead. Good save, he got a decent fist on that. And it's Guerrero. Kimmich plays it out to the flank. Well read, he sorted that out.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game...
Defence has got rid of that. That'll be a throw.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Nice one too. He's had a shot! Oh, that's a fine save!
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. He's tried one. And that's caused a worry or two.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Almost there, and the players can feel it.
They seem to have lost their sense of direction. It should be higher up the pitch.
Tries to dink it in. Real chance! And it's played forward. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Kane. Not offside that time. And that's it. Now, whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch, just one between them. You look back on the game then, Jim.
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in there.
Well, all observers are agreed on this. It is the point where the competition gets really serious. Top teams now fielding their best available lineups in front of big crowds. A lot of noise, great expectation, and the sense that the possibility of silverware is at hand. This is a big chance.
Hits one! Goal! It's hardly a surprise, is it? That's what we're here for. A player with this wonderful knack of being able to show up and deliver at important times. Yet another example.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. He's had a shot! He's scored! 2-0 and in next to no time.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Gets it back. Forward it goes. With the early days, but the difference in fortune is very clear. Receives it from behind. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example.
That's believing too much in his own ability to hold on to the ball.
Great strength on the ball. Has a goal! Looking to break out here. Tries to get it forward quickly. Plays it out to the wing. Back into the middle. Now it's Kane. Over to the left. Chance! Swept in. And it's Goretzka. Clears it out of harm's way. Hoists it forward. Well, that's where he wants it. Cuts it out. Tar. Can he shoot? Cleared without complication. Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Massive leap! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Oh, that's a real disappointment as well, after he worked so hard to just get into position and get on the end of that in the first place. A lot of effort for very little reward.
No, that's not the ball he wanted. Kimmich plays it towards the front. Played into space out wide. Gets away from his opponents. Kane. Kane plays it backwards. Going for goal! They are rampant! And the lead is 3. It is surely done.
It's a keeper's nightmare, Peter. He just couldn't pick up on it until it was way too late, having so many bodies in front of him.
Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Has he found his man? Kane. That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. He's in space and looking for options. A chance to play it in. Real chance! And he should have made it 4.
I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back-page headlines there.
It's being played forward. And it's played forward. Kane. Chance! That is a class save. He had to be at his best.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Shooting chance! Tries to get it clear. And here's Goretzka. Goretzka decides to play it back. Danger averted for now. And it's half-time here. As easy as 1, 2, 3. It really has been that straightforward halfway through the match, but very little to suggest that much will change over the second half.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And we're already back underway here. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. He's picked him out. Oh, it's Holland. He's come loose. Trying to get there. Has a hit! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Berlin are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Davis. Now it's Kane. Davis. He's left his man. And he heaves it forward. And that's been won straight back. Holland. Oh, they could break here. Battles to win it back. Shapes to shoot! Keeper's got his work done.
Oh, it was the first touch to die for, and it set him up beautifully.
Berlin keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Shot at goal! He's kept it out, just.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
And he's there to clear it. Oh, he's in! Another corner then. Timely intervention. Kane. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Goes for goal! Oh, outstanding save.
Berlin know they can rely on the counter, and they've just expressed a warning.
The defence can get it clear. Turns and goes back. In towards the middle. Knocks it away. Kane, whose goal-scoring skills have already been evident. He could be in here. Kane! He scores! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. Smartly deceptive, what quality.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Both sides a bit too casual in possession. Ball through needs to be good here. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Berlin making another change here. Promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any. He's gone for it! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Davis flings in across, cleared away. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Towering header! And it wasn't a great header in the end.
Oh, now that was a chance. What a chance.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Lobs it in gently. Chance to squeeze it through. No, not quite. Someone looks like he's in need of protection here.
Yeah, and having notched a goal already, Peter, he's...
That's a foul, no two ways about it. So not long left in this now. Now just moments away from a semi-final place. Chooses to go back. He's managed to get himself offside. Gets it upfield. Just brushed off the ball there. Now it's Kane. Now goes for goal! It's in! And just another one to add to what has already been an incredible haul.
Listen, when you're on an invitation to improve your goal difference, why ease off?
It's become a case of men against boys. And it's Kane. He's found his man. Now the counter. Has a hit! And he steered it beyond the post. Well played, he saw that coming. Folland. Oh, it's Folland. Referee has just said play on. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Hoists it forward. Now a chance to break. Trout, he's gone for it! Oh, terrific save. Goretzka can get it clear. Forward. What does he try from here? He'll try from distance. Goal! And still they continue with the onslaughts.
It's part of the game, Peter. It has to get ruthless. Sympathy just doesn't play a part.
Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to...
And that's that, and on to the semi-final. Another hurdle cleared. Next up, the penultimate step. Your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in the quality of both squads, and the story was told in predictable fashion.
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. As you can see, we've already started here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Of course, Manuel Neuer. He doesn't just dominate his area, Peter. He seems to control the whole of the defensive third. He's excellent at mopping up any balls that make it through that defensive line. And what's more, he can often turn those interceptions into lethal counter-attacks too.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And Soki did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That is very well defended. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Hoffenheim have played a lot of games just lately. Squad rotation or tinkering start to become prevalent at times like this.
Absolutely. I think nowadays the science that goes on behind the scenes can tell a manager who's in the best shape, so he can use that information now to juggle his squad.
Battles to win it back. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance. Oh, that is special! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Dispatched expertly, nicely done. Hoffenheim take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest.
Oh look, this is just what the fans wanted, and now that they're celebrating the opener, I think they'll want to see their team make goal and shoots!
Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
And here's Kane. 3/4 of the way through the season now, and it is still on, the 100% campaign. Are they actually going to do this?
Well, my heart is saying yes, but my head's saying probably not. It's something I never thought I'd see at this point, but I'm guessing there just might be a slip or two as the pressure builds with each game to come now.
Looks to clip it forward. And that's been levered clear. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
And Soki. Kaderabek. In the end they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And now they can launch a counter. Davis. Hoists it forward. Now a chance to break. Plays it out to the wing. And Soki. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Beautifully done. Timely intervention. Well, they could break here. He spotted the run and played him through. Goalkeeper's ball. Tries to get it clear. Hoffenheim have it back and they can go again. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. And now the breakaway. Davis. Just brushed off the ball there. It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Oh, real danger here. Plays it back. Dashing forward at pace.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Reaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Look at the defender bombing forward. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's played forward. Could move up a gear here. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Tries to get it forward quickly. And the finish! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, the weight on the ball was just perfect, and if only they could have come up with a finish to match.
And the weighted pass, and it's got through. Davis gets into the right position to intercept. Be the final action of the first half. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, it hasn't exactly gone to plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, it seems like the perfect situation for fortune favouring the brave. 45 minutes to pack in enough risk-taking to get this match turned around. It's very doable.
Has he found his man? Cuts it out. And here's Kane. Can get that clear. That's a throw. And he's straight offside. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Tried to play it through.
Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and its obviousness was appreciated.
Gets wrestled off the ball. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Well, the pressure is relentless. It's a very, very high press.
Yeah, because it's all about winning the ball back at the earliest opportunity.
Going for goal! Good stop, that wasn't easy. The perception. Can he get the shot away? Oh, real chance! Could cross up to meet it! There's a goal! What a great header, got plenty on that.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Look, get your seatbelts on, because this is showing all the signs of another roller coaster ride.
Ah, now can they counter? Hoffenheim have a free kick. Brings it forward. Kane. Right through the middle. Goes for goal! Oh, it's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition looked completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
And Socki. Target. Hoffenheim making consecutive changes here. Either side really getting hold of the ball. Kane, it's a great ball, has a hit! Danger averted for now.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Forward it goes. Kane is now the subject of... has a goal! Back of the net! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Rudy. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Looking for a decent ball in. Lovely bit of skill. Tries one! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Played it short. Now the cross. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he just whacks it away. Goes for it! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. He's made sure that that won't get through. Gets the better of his man. Hits one! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
So now the difference is 3.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Hoists it forward. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. He's had a shot, and in it goes. Over the hills and far away, no catching them now.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Well, it's an inspired substitution, terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
And the shot! Without the best in the keeper. Header! And that may well be that. That is that. Well, that's bounce-back ability, responding superbly to come from behind, shrugging off setbacks along the way, and determined. Well, hello, good evening, everyone. We have reached the pivotal point of the competition. The field is down to 16. We are therefore in exclusive company. Group tables are behind us. We have reached the cutthroat stage of the competition. Knockout football of the highest order, and it is live here. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. Well, this is a noisier occasion all round. Everybody, Jim, knows what's at stake here.
Well, Peter, knockout competitions require knockout mindsets. There has to be a more dynamic edge to the whole approach, whether from going ahead or replying to going behind. This is when the adventure kicks in, and you have to be mentally prepared for a more intense pressure.
So it's down to business here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Of course, Manuel Neuer. He doesn't just dominate his area, Peter. He seems to control the whole of the defensive third. He's excellent at mopping up
any balls that make it through that defensive line. And what's more, he can often turn those interceptions into lethal counter-attacks too.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Kane plays it back. Could be a chance here. Has a hit! And it's a goal! That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
You know, Peter, from the moment it left his foot, it looked unstoppable. That was thumped.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Well, of course, every year this is the point at which it gets really tough. Not just within the confines of this competition, but the season as a whole.
Yes, and we've seen many a team collapse over the years in this February period, mainly because of fatigue and injury. You know, it is a key time for squad rotation.
Chance! Real chance! It's a goal! 2 up, 2 easy. How many more to come? He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
So that's 2 now without reply.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
He's making good use of it. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Goes for goal! Looking for goal! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade. Well, it's a crossing feast here, but I'd advise...
That's clear cut, it's a free kick. Gradel. Lovely bit of skill there. And the ball's come out! Has a pop! He's done very well to get to that.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
And it's Davis. Tries lifting it over. And it's hoisted clear. Whipped it. Towering header! Well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Chipped through. Well, he's made sure that that won't get through. And that's put paid to a promising move. That's a throw. Defending of the desperate variety. Lobs it in gently. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Looks to thread it through. Sevilla ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? And they've been caught out here. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Kimmich, who's set up one goal so far. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Hit long and direct, and it's got through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Goretzka. And here's Kane. Out to the right. Riddell gets rid without sophistication. Rekic. Tries to get it forward quickly. Here's the cross. Room for a shot. Hoists it forward. And we hit half-time. See your views on the first half?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. Already up and running for the second half. Knocks it away. What an adventurous run from a defender. Massive leap! He can get that clear. Can he deliver? Kimmich gets it back. Alexis Sanchez. Cattell over to the left. That's a promising ball. Sevilla have a free kick.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Rekic. Rekic with a long pass. Has a pop! And now they can launch a counter. And the through ball is intercepted. Marcao Teixeira. And here's Alexis Sanchez. And he's surging through. And a shot! Breaks on here. And it's Kane. Kane just brushed off the ball there.
Goodell just did a brilliant job there. It was one of those all-or-nothing commitments, and he came up trumps.
Alexis Sanchez, played out to the right. Keeps everyone guessing. Davis battles to win it back. Now the ball's come loose, and the chase is on. Davis sticks in a foot to win it back. Kane can't get the better of his opposite number. Keeper's got good distance on that. Marcao Teixeira. And it's played forward. That has put a stop to that. Deftly done. Forward it goes. Cattell. And it's Sanchez. Sanchez gets it out to the wing. Played into the middle. And that's been levered clear. Sevilla get it back again. Oh, sweet feet. Goodell! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, maybe the circumstances are beginning to heap on the pressure because they're trying to force it.
He's found his man, and the counter is on. It's Kane! Marcao Teixeira. And a shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, that ought to have wrapped it up, Peter. We may well regret that, you know.
There's going to be another change here.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Azpilicueta. Tries to get it forward quickly. Gets the better of his man. And out to safety. And it's been taken short. Goodell. Hit into the middle. And it's has a hit! Size all around the ground. Horrible miss. Kane was fouled. Surely, shapes to shoot! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. Jim, your thoughts?
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Azpilicueta plays it forward, going through. Ball's gone out of play. Azpilicueta. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Could move up a gear here. Plays it out to the flank. And he's got the ball glued to his feet. The assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Gets it upfield. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Decent looking ball. And he's cut it out. Oliver Torres. And that's that. 1 foot firmly in the next round. Victory away from home. Home comforts to come. Much of the job is done. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Look, we saw some textbook football from wide areas that continued to produce expansive attacking play that was ultimately too hard to handle. They were simply too good in the wide areas. And I just really liked what I saw here.
Well, a very good evening to you as you join us for tonight's live game. Unfortunately, our weather forecast is somewhat less than promising. We're told to expect intermittent spells of heavy rain, which might very well impact on the quality of the football later. It'll certainly add a new dimension, especially for those players who like to keep hold of the ball. A few anxious faces hoping it will all somehow stay away, but I have to tell you that we are told is an extremely unlikely scenario. We are in this super stadium for a super club, truly one of the iconic buildings of 21st century sport, the Allianz Arena. So off we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
And a shot!
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Well, any visiting team would come here with a certain sense of dread.
It's true, it's a scary prospect for any visiting team to come here and try to take something away. Someone's eventually going to manage it, with the emphasis on eventually.
He's through the middle. And play for a throw. Oh, good interception. Managed to get it away.
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
Makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out.
Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Hoists it forward. Davis. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Still goalless at the moment. And now they can launch a counter. Out to the right. Gnabry.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. He's made sure that that won't get through. Werner. Takes aim with a cross. In comes the delivery. Firmly met. Gets it back. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Henriks. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Over to the left. He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Shot at goal! Danger averted for now. There will be a throw-in. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Werner tries to get it forward quickly. And it's Goretzka, battles to win it back. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He's pinged one through here, and he's cut it out. Cuts it out. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thought, whistle's gone, that's foul. Kimmich plays it out to the flank. Davis. He's gone for it! And he just whacks it away. Out to the left it goes. Werner spreads it towards the left, tries to dink it in, knocks it away. There's the whistle for half-time. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Drew it back on the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, that first 45 minutes didn't deliver as we'd hoped. Lots of effort, but a lack of quality with the finishing has left us hoping that someone could step up and produce something a little more magical.
And here's Gnabry. Henriks is there, and he can get that clear. Goretzka crosses in a low one. Gets good distance on it. Played back in, and it's Goretzka. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. This is a great chance to take a lead. It's going for goal! And he's there to clear it. And here's Gnabry. Tries a shot! Werner can hoist it clear. Goretzka goes for the cross. Knocks it away. Plenty waiting in the middle. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Gnabry. Loose ball, who's going to get that? And the break is on. And the weighted pass. And back to base. Tried to play it through.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority.
And they've been caught out here. All the way back, and they start again. Gets it upfield. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Gnabry. That intervention was very necessary. Ball's gone out of play. Gnabry. This could fall anywhere. And it's played forward, and they can counter here. Gnabry. And the finish! Forward it goes.
Well, it seems obvious that the plan is to try and get their passing game going again, but not with that lack of quality.
Cleared away. Gnabry. Gnabry goes for goal! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. 2 changes being made right now.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. They'll kick themselves if that doesn't turn out to be the clincher. What a time to score.
Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
He's put himself now in position to compete for the top scorer's title. Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Look, I just think they've kept at it and got their reward. Now they need to hang on to it. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Tries to get it forward quickly.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
That's offside. Yes, it is. Keeper sends it forward. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Leipzig need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Kimmich. Just brushed off the ball there. Tries to stroke it through. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Hits one! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it, but that was enough. Your final thoughts, Jim?
What I most admire about this outfit is the cohesion.